Hey guys, and welcome back to another life update slash random things in my life. Today we're going to talk about Grammarly. And just to start off, I want to say I am not supported by Grammarly. They do not do anything for me. This is an app that I normally pay for. As you can see right now, I'm not paying for it. I've been focusing a little bit more on other things in my life than my writing. But I figured we'd talk about it because it's a wonderful free app that you can use with Google. Um, and so I use it for all of my writing. I have no freaking idea what it is when it comes to writing. We're going to actually go into a book that I'm incredibly excited about that will be going out next year. Um, this is Iron Trap, and you guys will be seeing this promoted on all of my socials. Holy heck. Haley has been doing a lot of comments. Okay, not what I was expecting. But so Grammarly will not turn on because this document is almost 100 pages long. We are not done with the book, obviously. But if I turn Grammarly on, it will tell me where things are spelled wrong, where my sentences could be reworded. To be fair, that part is normally something you pay for. So I have 85 issues with this document, according to Grammarly. So yeah, this is rewriting sentences and stuff. I use that a lot, but obviously I don't have it installed right now, so I can't. So we can go down to any of the red ones, um, and it'll tell you, oh, like correctiveness, like I used the wrong verb here. Yeah, I'm not gonna know that off the top of my head. I barely managed to graduate high school. I say that I actually graduated with really good grades. Just grammar is not something I have ever understood. But it'll give you things like improved wording, rewrite in active voice versus passive, just rephrase. A lot of it's rephrasing. It'll also complete the sentence. So I actually can't look at that and tell you what is exactly wrong with it. It's telling me that I did 21 wrong because apparently it's supposed to have a dash. Yeah, that's not something I'm gonna think about when I'm writing or if I'm using voice to text like we've gone over in other videos. But Grammarly is amazing. It gives you all of these things for like everything. It'll give you ideas for like, do you want to sound more confident in this? Like, I'm not even sure that's possible. I don't know what the sentence is from in the book, but I'm assuming the answer is no. I didn't want it to sound confident, and that is why I wrote it that way. Um, again, wrong verb. Wrong verb. That happens a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I a lot of the time I forget that. Verb problem, redid instead of redo. How my brain's not gonna process this. My brain reads it and goes, they redo my makeup since I cried it all off earlier, and it's like, yeah, no, that's totally accurate. No, it's redid apparently. Just things that I'm not gonna notice. Sometimes it can be. Hang on, hang on. We'll go into Alphabet 13. We'll go into Don't Tell because this book is already published and I don't feel bad spoiling anything here. Um, sometimes it's just commas. I don't know if this one's going to have any commas or anything like that, but a lot of the time, improved wording. Oh, wow, okay. Well, wish I would have known this before I published the book. I'm kidding. No, sometimes it's literally commas, or like I tend to do a lot of run on sentences because, I use voice to text all of the time when I'm writing. We went over that one day of that is exactly what I do. I turn on voice to text, I just start talking, and then I go back and I edit the like 3 pages or whatever many pages that I wrote with voice to text and I edit them so that they're correct. Um, I have a very easy account set up. Haley and I take turns on who pays for the pro version. We never use the enterprise. We do not need that, but pro gives us it gives us the access that we need when we're like seriously sitting down and editing books. So we've been doing it on like a month by month basis. Like if we're editing multiple books in 1 month, we're like, great, we need Pro. If I'm just writing multiple things in a month, I don't need it. I originally paid for a year subscription. Best money I ever spent, but um, in this day and age, money is sacred. And I have other bills and things that I need to pay that I can't be focusing on Grammarly when I'm not even using this most of the time. But it'll give you different things. Like you can have it be I like my random added words in my dictionary, okay, just so that Grammarly doesn't try to correct them. But you can use different personal styles, language settings, se- yes, settings. Um, like I have it specifically set where I write in American English. You can change that to British, Canadian, Australian, Indian. It has a trillion different languages you can choose from. So it'll work for literally anything. I think one time I turned it to Italian and I tried to write in Italian and it didn't go well. But that's because I don't know how to spell. Um, you can see your devices and stuff. Um, a bunch of things though. Grammarly is just it has helped me so much in a way that I never thought it would. I always thought that these apps were scams and whatnot, but genuinely, while using Grammarly, I've realized how amazing this app actually is. And again, I'm not sponsored, nothing. I just genuinely I use this in like my everyday life, even when I don't have the pro version. Um, it helps me with just writing, and I do a lot of writing in case it isn't obvious by my poor writing folder that looks atrocious because this is how my brain works. Um, I even use it in my YouTube stuff some of the time so that things are worded correctly and look better, kind of thing. Like I literally use this in my absolute everyday life. So that's what we're talking about today. And that is the talk today of maybe if you guys want to, you might like Grammarly. Um, anyone who writes or just has to do a bunch of things. I was taking classes, which we're talking about in a couple of weeks when I finished those classes. And it literally helped me get my notes in order and like, well, not in order. I had to put them in order, but it helped me reword them because the thing that I was taking notes from wasn't always worded the best way. So Grammarly would like help me reword the sentence or the notes or whatever so that it looked correct. So I mean, I use this in my everyday life beyond, trying to be an author and writing books. I I have Grammarly turned on Google. The most frustrating thing is when Grammarly tries to rewrite something in my search bar. But, you know, I can handle that for how much Grammarly does for me in the long run. So I am going to leave it there. If you guys enjoyed the video or if you guys think you would use Grammarly, I am going to link that in the description down below. And I will see everyone in the next one. And for the record, we have a lot of really cool life updates coming in the following weeks. I know we've had a couple of really boring ones recently, but yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, everyone.